good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Jump. Today, I want to talk about what is going on with the Takeoff situation. And of course, the family is grieving. My prayers are going out to them. But now, there has been a press conference, obviously, that occurred yesterday with the police chief, Mr. Troy Finner. Shout out to the brother, and the investigator, Sergeant Michael Arrington. Now I'm going to deal with the good sergeant here because he's going to make a plea to those who have information that were there that night at the bowling alley where this particular situation happened at the venue. And I'm going to play that and then I'm going to come back.
But the officers arriving on the scene, initial statements from employees working at the establishment notified us that there was an incident that occurred after the party had ended. There was a private party that was booked out for the event. And then after that ended, there was a large group of people who gathered at the front door area just outside of the building. And it led to an argument where the shooting took place from the disagreement. A lot of the people that were there fled the scene and did not stick around to give a statement. So we're asking them to either call us at the Homicide Division at 713-308-3600, or if they would like to remain anonymous, they can call Crime Stoppers at 713-222-TIPS. We're looking for any information at this time, any videos, any information. We do know that the media has received a lot of phone calls, text messages, Twitter, tweets, vines, videos. We need all of y'all to send those to us so we can solve this case. We're looking for anything to help us. From there, as the chief said, we want to find justice for this family. They're going through a lot right now. And the only thing that we can do is hope that y'all reach out and assist us in any way to lead to evidence that will help us to apprehend and get charges and arrest on the person responsible for the death of Takeoff.
So as you can hear, what he said was that when the shots rang out, people fled the scene. And so they didn't hang around to give statements to the police. But let's talk about the elephant in the room. Stop snitching campaign. And unfortunately, I hate to say it, but a lot of the rappers who pass away from gun violence like Takeoff, I don't know if he ever talks about it, but I know that Quavo has a song called Snitching with some other artists.
Niggas out here be working with 12, damn, snitching. Niggas be out here snitching,
And this is what the culture that is pushed in rap music. Don't snitch. Whatever you do, stop snitching. All right? And what happens is that many people, somebody does eventually snitch. But what happens is that the people who commit these crimes are so emboldened because they feel like ain't nobody going to tell. All right. Which is why we have the problems that we have in the first place. Let me talk about being in Dubai. Me and Dean were out in Dubai in September. OK, we were there. And in Dubai, cameras are everywhere. It's one of the most safest cities I've ever been to in my life. Anything you try to do, you're going to jail. And maybe Sharia law. We all know what that is. Want to know why? Because they force people to be accountable for those in the community. But in the black culture, because of our relationship with the police, and we feel like, well, they've been against us, so we don't want to snitch to the police because of what's happened. A lot of folks don't even know why we think like that. But typically it comes from the police mistreating blacks. So we wanted to protect our criminals from the police. Not that we liked what they did, but it was F the police. So we would rather protect the criminals than help the police. But the issue that I see that happens with that thinking is that people have issues with what's going on in the world. Okay? That's what happens. That's what happens, right? People actually are emboldened to continue to commit crimes. They're emboldened to commit crimes. They continue to commit crimes. And then they attack the people who are trying to protect them, aka folks in the black community. All right? And the person who pulled the trigger, no doubt, two things are true. One, either that person is extremely dumb. That's the first thing, which might be the truth. Or number two, you know what? I'm not gonna get caught. Okay? And this is why criminals don't have no respect for the black community. We talk about white people not having respect. Let's talk about the criminals. They don't respect black community either. And this is why we have the problem that we have, the issues of what we have. We face them all the time because of that. All right? And we don't want to tell on these guys. Listen, I'm not the person that, I don't want to talk about this, dealing with the cops either. But now imagine how his mom feels. Imagine how Quavo feels. Imagine how Offset feels. All right? Now, they've been the whole entire time rapping about that, telling people, don't snitch, don't tell. And look, now, since it's your homeboy that's been a victim, you want folks to tell. You want them to be brought to justice, right? And rightfully so. But now the problem that we have is when it's not our friend. When we can't relate to it, we don't care. If it's not our buddy, not our friend, we don't care how their family feel. F them, right? Till it happens to us. Then we want people to, risk their life to come on the stand and talk for us. Help us resolve the issues. When on the other side of the thing, we won't do it for nobody else. And let me just say this also. With these guys in their phones, right? I don't know why these guys are doing this. These guys are crazy. But with the phones that brothers are using all the time, okay? You're using these phones. When somebody posts a clip, do you not think that the investigation is not going to tell? The biggest snitches are the Pookies and Ray Rays themselves. The biggest ones. Somebody's going to tell. Based on the video footage, they're going to figure out who it was. They've already told. Because everything, people want to get likes and clicks and views off everything. The dude is there. I didn't see how bad it was, but some people say his brains were coming out of his head, and people were sitting there, recording that and posting that. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all that you do. We're out.